name is Sarah Nisbet, and I'm a live illustrator and the author of Drawn on the Way, a guide to capturing the moment through live sketching, which publishes in November 2021. And I cannot wait for this book to be out because it is a warm invitation for people to engage creatively with their world. This book was really born out of a live daily sketch project that I started accidentally on the New York City subway. I was coming home from work one night and I was really bored and I really didn't want to be staring at a screen anymore. And that's when I grabbed the stolen office pen from my purse and a sketchbook, and I started drawing strangers around me. And I've done that every single day for almost 10 years now. The artistic techniques and ideas in this book offer a way to connect and unplug, and to be creative when and where you are, turning people, places, and things you see on the way into works of art using really simple, portable tools that everybody already has and understands how to use. So follow me as I look for the extraordinary in the everyday and show you how I turn my world into a work of art. Come on, let's go. I'm just running some errands today, but when I have my sketchbook with me, it inspires me to see the world differently. A walk through the park, a trip to the bank, or just hanging out at home becomes something worth remembering and worth documenting. On the way to the coffee shop, I saw some early spring tulips popping up. Being able to quickly transcribe a scene is an important live sketching skill. So, to draw these flowers in just a few minutes, I used a technique I created called stamping, which helps me quickly layer and build nature-focused illustrations. First, I just observe. I take a moment to find the hidden order and repeating patterns. I like to think of these observations like you're creating a recipe and making an ingredient list. There are just 3 simple ingredients here that will become my stamps: petals, stems, and leaves. I notice that the petals are sort of lobe-shaped, like a droopy heart, and seen from the side they're a little sliver. The stem is a simple wobbly line, and the leaves are dagger-shaped. Once you've broken down your natural object into these simple parts, you're ready to get stamping. I'm simply drawing these repeating shapes that I observed until they build the tulip. Working this way, you learn you don't have to draw every detail, and you can spend more time focusing on your sketch and being more thoughtful with your composition. I add a splash of watercolor, and these flowers are captured forever in my memory and my sketchbook. When I happen to cross another patch of tulips, I use the exact same technique to sketch them in just a few minutes. There are a million stories being told in any given moment, so once I got to the coffee shop, I used one of my favorite techniques to help me find my story and decide what to draw. I call the search for the story zooming. As I scan the room, I imagine myself as a camera lens, zooming in on smaller details or zooming out for the larger scene. This coffee shop is close to a big university and it's finals time, so I zoomed in on this story of this hardworking student. The messy bun, giant cup of coffee, and computer were key details to include in this little study of a study session. Next, I headed to the bookshop to pick up a gift for a friend. The shop was quiet, just me, the owner, and a few thousand stories lining the shelves. I decided to add one more story to the collection, and I sketched the owner, surrounded by stacks of books, papers, and knickknacks, each one of them holding some history of this little shop. Using contour drawing, a few tricks to manage perspective and scale, and a portrait drawing technique that abstracts the face into simple shapes and emotions, all of which I share in the book, I was able to draw this scene in under 5 minutes. And the best part of all, I was able to leave this portrait with the shop owner as a thank you for sharing his story with me. The gift of sharing your perspective is one of many things I know this book will give to readers, because this book is not just a book about drawing. It's a book about seeing. How to see the world as a place filled with stories, how to see the people around you as works of art, and how to see yourself as someone whose voice has a place, even if it's just in the private pages of your sketchbook.